Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Real Spiritual Clarity. My name is Richard, and let's get started. Please listen, love, and forgive. Let's see what is going on with the collective today. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you, Spirit, for clear and concise messages. Thank you for letting us see, hear, and feel the things we need to in this reading. Hope everybody's doing well. Let us see what we need to see right now. Wow. There's a lot of information that wants to come out. We only need one card to start. Here it is. First card out is, what is that? The Four of Pentacles. Somebody's holding on for dear life. When you feel like all is lost, you have to hold on, right? Somebody wants to have like total faith and believe that this is not over, that this is going to come back. Okay, even though death is standing over there behind him with that sickle, getting ready to cut his head off. He's like, you know what? Nope. I'm holding on to it because I want it and I know it's for me. And I'm not going to let anybody get in the way of it. So Divine Masculine is diligent about coming in and really making amends with this situation. He knows he made a mess of it, and he knows that he has to come back and really apologize. He has to, get on bended knee and, beg and plead that she actually gives him a chance. And he's looking for that second chance. And he's not going to give up on it. That's the Four of Pentacles. Yep. Could also be holding on to money. Maybe he got a new job. He's really saving a lot because when he comes back, he wants to be able to wine and dine her also. And next card out is, there it is. Yep. That is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Because he's going to be very meticulous about the way in which he comes back. He's planning everything. He's strategizing. This is the Knight of Pentacles because he knows that this is the slowest knight in the deck, but he's the one that always gets there. So he's like the Knight of Pentacles right now. He's moving slow, but he's going to arrive. Okay, and when he does, he has something to say. And not any crappy. He has something that makes sense to say that he's going to be talking about. Thank you, Spirit. That's the Knight of Pentacles. And the next card out is, wow, two knights. The Knight of Wands. So it could be that you have two people vying for your attention, Divine Feminine. Could be Divine Masculine, and it could be another person. But in any event, he knows that you have options. And he knows that he's trying his best to hold on to what you guys have had because he doesn't want to let it go. And I feel like if he comes in the right way, you don't want to let it go either. But he has to come in the right way. He has to stop being so serious. Like I said, this design on the King of Wands is be more playful, have more fun. There's times when we have to be serious, but there's other times when we really should you can almost laugh at yourself sometimes because you know that life is life. There's good time, there's bad time. But if there's a good time going on, have good time. Don't dwell in bad times. But there's two knights here, and I feel that there's two people vying for your attention. So Divine Masculine knows that he doesn't have a lot of time. He knows he's not the only person that's out there for her. And he wants to come in, with that apology and for that second chance. Okay. And now we're going to be seeing, nope, too many. Wow. These cards are going crazy. Yep. We're going to see what Spirit has to say about this. Okay. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. Please watch the full video because there's messages throughout. Take what resonates and leave the rest. That card just flew out, and it is addictions. So Divine Masculine could be fighting some type of addiction. It says toxic attachments, which is the karmics, drugs, alcohol, and obsession. He's very obsessed with Divine Feminine. And like I said, it's funny. It fell right on top of the Four of Pentacles, where he's holding on, working on his throat chakra also, where he's holding on to, divine feminine, but he's trying his best to let these other things go. Let the karmic situation go. Let those addictions go. Let, fear and doubt go. So he can become a positive person. He can come back and he can be happy with the person that he truly loves, who is divine feminine. Mhm. Yep. And it could be some of these karmic people do these things also. So he really has to get away from them because, misery loves company. So the minute they're doing it, they're like, come on, just hang out, And he knows that he's tired of hanging out with them. Okay. And the next thing that Spirit wants us to know is changes in the air. Yep. You might be seeing 555. You could be seeing butterflies. You know, it says regeneration, growth, metamorphosis, and cycles. Could be ending cycles right now. Could be seeing 1010, 1111, But these are sign synchronicities from Spirit to let you know that change is around the corner, And when he comes in, he's going to be coming in, strategic. He's going to come in because he wants to win. He's coming in quick and he's coming in strategic because he really wants to win. He wants to win back divine feminine because he wants her in his life. Okay. He's looking for change. And the next thing Spirit wants us to know is, there it is. Yep, because he has heartbreak right now. Yep. He's hurt. He knows that he feels like he betrayed her. He has grief and he's disappointed in himself. Because you know what? He knows that, he didn't know how good it was until it was gone. Now he's feeling it. He's feeling the pain of his actions. Sometimes we do things and we don't think that it's ever going to do anything to hurt us or to change something. But when you do something and it was wrong, it hurts. And he's feeling that hurt right now. A lot of them could be, sitting around, moping. These calm people might say, "Let's go out," and he's like, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm staying home. You guys go. Just not happy with what's going on in his life right now because the person who he wants to have in his life is not there. And he feels like he made a big time boo-boo. And now he's trying to hold on to those memories and the things that really mean something to him. And he's going, like I said, he's working strategically because he wants to come rushing in and have that second chance at that love with her. Okay. And now we're going to get some of these burning heart love oracles. We're going to see what he would say if he had divine feminine right in front of him. And let's see, the first thing he would say. I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. I told you he's coming in with apology. Yeah. That's why he's in this heartbreak right now. Because he knows that he made a big mistake. He probably thought, oh, she's going to come back. She's going to start talking to me. Because divine feminine always would be the one that broke the ice and come back. But now, she's not doing that. And like I said, remember, there's two people here. So she could be being entertained by someone else right now. And that's killing him. Totally. Because he had his hands all on it. And all of a sudden, he just let it slip out of his fingers. Mm-hmm. So he's coming in with an apology and he needs a forgiveness. And the next thing that he would like to say to her is, thank you, Spirit. Just one card, please. Let's ground up. And there it is. It says, I wish you were here with me. Mm-hmm. He does. Yeah. Because when he had you there with him, he didn't do what he needed to do to keep you there. And now that you're separated and you're not around him, he can feel that. He can feel that separation. It doesn't feel good. It makes him feel like this heartbreak over here. Hurt, betrayed, grief, and disappointment. Okay. And the next thing that he wants you to know, divine feminine, is I want a future with you. It's kind of like a theme going on here, right? I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. I wish you were here with me. I want a future with you. So he wants that second chance. Okay. And he's coming in, blazing, because he's going to try his very hardest to come in and really make Divine Feminine give him that second chance at love. Mm-hmm. And the next thing he'd like to say to her is, thank you, Spirit. And there it is. The distance between us is killing me. Yeah, he's tired of this separation. It's killing him. That's why he's in that heartbreak over there. He's used to your voice. He's used to hanging out with you. He's used to, bantering off of you, having that conversation. He knows that you get him and he gets you. And these people he's around right now, he's not feeling them at all. Okay. So now we're going to use some of these soul connections when two hearts meet. I'm going to give you my intuitive hit, and then we're going to read what's in the book, and then we're going to close out the reading. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for giving us the information that we need right now. Yep. These cards are kind of big. Ground them. Thank you, Spirit. And there it is. It says temptation. It says think carefully about your about the situation. So you know what? He knows that, it could be like with these karmic situations, that's what took him away from Divine Feminine, the temptation. Okay. But he knows now that he's thinking about that, and he knows it's nothing but heartbreak because he made the wrong decision. And he knows the longer he takes to come back, he knows as quick as he doesn't come back, somebody else is going to swoop her up and they're going to have her. Okay. And that's going to really kill him. Okay. So temptation is what did it for him, but now he's trying his best to claw his way back. Okay. And the next card out is telepathy. Telepathic. It says close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepath. So it could be that, you could be feeling things that are associated with Divine Masculine. You could be feeling depressed. You could be feeling, maybe a little like you're sick. You could have problems with your throat, or trying to say things because, you guys are totally connected. These are divine counterparts. So, you guys, that's a lot of the thing that's killing him right now too, because he knew that you got him and you guys were totally connected. And, nobody else gets him like you do, Divine Feminine. Now we're going to look at temptation and telepathic, and then we're going to close out the reading. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. Please watch the full video because there's messages throughout. Take what resonates and leave the rest. It says temptation. Think carefully about the situation. Most of us experience temptation in one form or another. What we think we want is not always good for us. The appearance of this card suggests that it's best to think carefully before you act. See, Divine Masculine knows now he is thinking carefully. He's thinking carefully about separating himself from those karmic people to make his way back to his Divine Feminine, because he knows that the first time he thought the wrong way. Okay. And now the next one says telepathic. It says close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. When divine soul counterparts unite, the process of blending together is so powerful that telepathy becomes commonplace between them. Thoughts and ideas are shared without words being necessary. The appearance of telepathy is an indication of the depth of the connection. The appearance of this card suggests that you may be sensing your twin soul's feelings, and you will begin to recognize this. Yeah, like I told you, you guys could be feeling each other. You think that it's your feelings or you think it's your thoughts, and it's his feelings and his thoughts. So that's what it is. It's so close, and you guys are so bonded together that it's working like, it's just, even though you guys could be miles apart, it feels like you're still next to each other. You know, you can see each other in dreams. You could be somewhere and see somebody that looks like your divine counterpart. You know, you could hear the name of your divine counterpart when you're watching television, or somebody could be talking in the store. You know, just, and like I said, he's working on the throat chakra. He's working on coming back and saying what he needs to say, because he wants that apology and he wants that forgiveness, and he wants that second chance at love. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank Spirit for letting us see, hear, and feel the things we need to in this reading. When you guys have these heart-to-heart conversations, please listen intently, please love unconditionally, and please forgive. I love all you guys. Have a great day.